Hello artistic adventurers and welcome back to Sketch Quest. We here at TYG have teamed up with some incredible artists to bring you this series of tips to help you start your adventure right. But before we can leave Tutorial Island, we need to brush up on a few skills. And don't worry if you're just starting out, because I'll be learning alongside you. And don't forget to use the hashtag SketchQuest so you can share your results with us. Let's see what today's quest is, shall we? Welcome in, adventurers. We are here with J.L.P, VTuber artist extraordinaire. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. What is our very last quest for this season?
So our last quest is to look into something called ladder concepts. It's something that I've only just discovered myself very recently, but I thought it was a great way to be able to kind of spice up our character designs.
Ooh.
So if we just do a quick introductory to the ladder concept, it looks very complicated and scary, but the idea here is that we're able to take our character that we've just made. In the last episode, we did the silhouette designs, so this will come in handy with that. So we can take our silhouette of the character, and everywhere where there is a main shape, we can break it down. So we can see here the head is a main shape, the body is a main shape. So when we break it down, we can break it into a ladder. But we can see the head fits into the ladder here, the body fits into the ladder here, and we can easily dissect different parts of the character. One thing we're aiming to do is to be able to actually break this ladder. One way we can make a character design a little more interesting is breaking up that symmetry that we create in our characters. So the ladder is meant to represent the symmetry within the character here. So we can see that in this example, they've made the character look a little more interesting by adding asymmetrical elements to the character. And this is what represents in this ladder here, is the breakup of asymmetrical pieces. So we can see they've made the sleeve longer, that one shorter, we've made the belt a bit more interesting, we've added a bit on the chest here to break up that area there, and we've also been able to take the ladder parts here, which were the same size as the ladder before, and extend it to be longer in the design here. This really helps to take a character that might just have all parts the same and separate them out into different parts, making them just look a bit more interesting. The reason we want to break the ladder is to make the character just a little bit more interesting. We can do that by breaking up any symmetry using asymmetrical parts, and we can also make parts longer or shorter. For example, they've made the kind of skirty trousers here a lot longer so that the eye is naturally attracted to the top of the character here. These are really great ways to be able to break up the ladder and just make our characters look a little bit more interesting. A really great video on watching this in depth is by Squeegee, and it's called The Tips on Making Effective VTuber Design. That video goes in depth a bit more into this topic and talks about really great ways to be able to make characters. So I'm just going to take my character here and just draw over it to show a few different ways that we could break up this ladder design that we've got going on. So one thing I've tried to do in the design already is make one sleeve slightly different from the other. But we can also do this by adding more of a tilt in the belt here. I've added like the part on the belt here to just break it up as well. We could also make one trouser leg a bit shorter. We could add a hole in the trouser here to break it up. One thing KDA did in League of Legends was they made Akali have one side of her trouser long and the other like a short here. So that's something we could look at. We could also look at making it connected like so, through making it either like shorts or with a leg warmer as well. That's an interesting idea. Or we could look at making the hoodie shorter and making the gloves different, making one more visible then the other one. Another way I've done it is in the hoodie here. I've put the logo on one side, but not on the other side. We could really explore this in the hair as well, making one hair side frizzier than the other, or having one piece of hair maybe wrapped behind the head there. There's some really different ways we can explore this concept and be able to break up the ladder. So today's quest is to explore the ladder concept, play around with asymmetrical elements in your character, and find different ways that you can be able to break up the ladder.
And share your results with us using the hashtag SketchQuest. Thank you very much for being here with us throughout the entirety of Tutorial Island, JLP.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, I've had so much fun. Remember to follow JLP on all the social medias. We'll be taking a slight break. We'll be back with one last sketch quest where we will take a quick look back at everything we've done. But we're going to let you guys have some time to catch up before we do that. But until then, I guess this is us signing out. Yeah. I don't really have a sign off now. This has been Sketch Quest Season 1. And let us know how you've been enjoying the adventure so far, and if you want to see if we can set out into the open seas and get some real questing done.
Let us know what you would like to see on what episodes you think we missed and we can do later.
Yes, we'd love to see that. Until then, we'll see you all later, Tears. Bye!
Bye.